Did I brush you off? Is it your lack of friends? We never met. Even if you pretend, am I in your debt? I don't know you nothing. Don't say something you'll regret. Hate, rage, don't waste it on me. Spite, lies telling you, don't waste it on me. Hate, rage, don't waste it on me. Spite, lies telling you, don't waste it on me. Rage, don't waste it on me. Spite, lies telling you, don't waste it. I'm telling you, don't waste it. Lies telling you, don't waste it on me. What you think about when you're born into a fire? Let 'em burn it out. Sell 'em to the richest buyer.
The screen. Awesome.
Hello, stream.
Hello, stream.
Hello and
Greetings.
welcome. Thank you all very much for coming in and joining us again on this marvelous, marvelous evening. You will notice the things of note. Asker, our angel, she will be back shortly-ish. We'll see. But we have that little thing holding her spot right now. Everyone else is here currently today. Zestrava is actually just taken a couple of orders that she works on, and she does. You want to show a little bit?
I've got Pascal and Cricky right now that I'm working on. I've got another Pascal and a different option. So if you ever want any decals, you can go on Etsy and order from Dazzle Pony.
You.
And I can do any sort of custom work.
She's going to send me that link, and then next week it's just going to start appearing in Twitch and YouTube. It's not going to be here this week because I just found out about it today. So it'll be there next week. So there's that. Other than that, I don't think I have any reason to keep us from getting started. Any of you guys? You think we're all good? Any more announcements?
We're good.
Nope. Just have to do recap.
Yeah. Recap's gonna be fun. And speaking of
Indeed.
recap,
Oh,
Oh.
another thing I just remembered. I must top up Zestrava.
you must top up. I'm so
You'll see.
confused.
I'm
Oh,
giving her more fate
okay.
points.
I see.
I
The
remember
Strava.
that she only had one.
You get one fate point. So,
You're at 2.
the last session. Last session was a doozy. The party went through and had readied on the battle stations on the northeast side of the wall to help defend and keep the Whitherthorn safe. It was a grueling battle with a lot of key uses of banishment as I think, fan favorite of the spells. Because that helped keep them alive for a long time. Mila had rushed off and had attacked the... Sorry, I'm not normally used to doing my recaps. I normally have someone else do it. She had attacked the
And
Darvad. That's why I was...
yeah, Darvads.
And had been transported away. No one knows what happened to her. Asker, upon getting out there, had slaughtered Cairo Darvad in a single span of 3 seconds.
She also flew me out there too.
That she
Picked
had.
me up and just sit me out
but Shirku didn't pull enough aggro, so Kadabra's going to come up and say hi. Hi, buddy. So Asker ended up getting attacked by a lot of things and going down, and then got brought back up again, and then went down, and then got back up again.
And I turned around and attacked the team because I kept.
Yeah, you got dominated.
Yep.
It ended up after a while of trying to whittle down the Darvads, trying to keep everyone alive. Zastrava ended up getting some wild magic going on accident, but it worked out pretty well. She got some wings, and she ended up flying up and chasing after a Karu Darvad as he grabbed Asker and just flew into the air.
I threw a cat too, but that didn't work out.
You tried.
It
You
could've.
you tried very valiantly. She tried very valiantly. Yeah, just didn't work out. Though Zastrava ended up casting a clutch levitate spell to save Asker from the fall. Then Winter followed after Cypher to go and try and save him from was attacking the bone golem and tried to save him from it as she watched him fall to 0 HP, and she got to see the transformation for the first time. Cypher was able to get back up and slaughter the bone golem.
Yes.
And Asker, as she got conscious after a little bit of healing, was able to, well, slaughter a Karu Darvad. And that was where the session had ended, as all of the undead in the area were slain except for a couple of the small minor ones. Now, we went through and discussed things. It has been about, we are going to be joining them back at near the end of the 2 months. We're going to do a little bit of small things here or there to pad out the time and show over some of the stuff. But essentially, the party has had 2 months in Whitherthorn. They found out that the southern gate, was defended flawlessly. Hidden Depths was perfectly fine defending the southern gate. There was no issues. He was flying. Cannons were launched. Yeah. So what if the farmland's all gone? So what? The gate's fine. The gate's fine. The northwest gate, though, was being guarded by the 100 guards. The captain, Siegfried Talman, and Evelyn and Krilga. Evelyn, Krilga, and Captain Talman are still alive, but they did suffer heavy casualties on that side. They lost about 80 of the guard.
Darn.
But there was never an opening in that part of the gate, and they were able to hold off the army. So, knowing that Whitherthorn is in dire needs, the party decided to ask Hidden Depths for a favor. Or payment of a favor, depending on, I don't know who was the one who ended up asking Hidden Depths about that. I don't remember that one specifically.
I don't
Oh,
think
yeah.
we actually discussed that.
Anyone want to volunteer as who asked Hidden Depths to do this? As a Strava.
Yeah,
Okay.
I feel like I can influence him sometimes.
So as payment for favors rendered, Zastrava, or Hidden Depths and his crew, along with Evelyn, took off to go to another town, so that way they could complete a ritual and bring back the flame. It was going to take about 2 months of travel to get there, get the ritual done, get back, and of course, hide the secret of the Roland military a little bit more.
ever told him about that?
But they set off on that path. Meanwhile, the party actually ventured below and headed to the Gravenhold's estate of network tunnels, and actually investigated and found some interesting bits of information down there. They found out about the Gravenhold, the situation of what happened for the matron of the Gravenholds and how her passing transpired. They found many different items, many different, actually coin.
Yeah.
Lots of coin. And they also found all of the blackmail that the Gravenholds had on Whitherthorn. Asker was the one who decided to stick down to read that throughout the times when Asker, Shirku, and names are hard. Aurora were training the military. Because it was obvious that Whitherthorn was going to need a military now. They were able to train up 300 spears and 100 archers and throughout the 2 months.
I thought it was 300 archers.
Nope. 300 spears, 100 archers.
421 in total for like the extra people from
Okay.
the wall left over.
Yep. So they managed to train them up. Actually, probably, yeah, Whitherthorn, I would say, is now better defended as far as military might goes than it was beforehand. Even without Lieutenant Arkenwalt. Cypher, meanwhile, decided to delve into some mysteries and try and figure out where Mila was. Throughout all of his... Oh, what?
Yes, and delve into the Ravenhold Manor.
Yes, Cypher was the main one pursuing that. He definitely wanted to find some spells there, I feel like, and replace his missing spell books to no avail.
Grab a certain object.
There was one other thing Cypher focused on doing. He hired a craftsman of fine delight to create a dragon statue. Small one, like a small little statuette, because he didn't want to pay for the giant one. And he wanted it to be movable.
Yes.
Speaking of, he owes me gold now.
I believe he said he paid you that gold, Frack, like immediately once they found all of the gold down in the Gravenholds.
Oh, he didn't get enough to pay him back fully, but
Oh.
he can use that.
I kept 7 platinum pieces.
Oh, you used your plat. Okay, I see.
And the craftsman was Jinbu Long, who has yet to return that to you. And what was that, Shirku?
He gave me 7 platinum, you said?
I don't know what he gave you.
I gave you 1 platinum piece.
Okay.
So
that means you owe me 700 gold silver, I think. You calculate.
Yeah.
Cypher did cast Identify and identified the next mysteries of the halberd for Shirku as well. And other than that, they had also found a tome which Cypher was able to identify as the Tome of Malthus the Undying, which he promptly put away into his book and left shut. So, I believe with that being said, we can now nope, there we go. There were a few... Oh, there was also one other thing. Shirku did spend some time learning and talking with his father and just being with him, and started picking up some of his archery. But
Technically of the Great Bow.
you. Other than that, there were a few instances I know throughout the 2 months that we wanted to wait till we had come back and joined everyone. I believe Aurora had a couple of questions for some people, and there would have been some other features that I believe were. So, Aurora, throughout the 2 months, what conversation were you searching for?
The one with Cypher about his old undead kind of face whenever he dropped down.
So you're able to, throughout the 2 months, probably near the beginning of this, not too long after the Gravenhold investigation, you're actually able to corner Cypher down there as he's going through some of the wizard supplies.
Mm-hmm. So, as she's walking up, she's gonna just pull out a potion. This is how she's gonna give him his potion. She's gonna pass it to him. She's gonna wait for him to take it. And then she's gonna stare at him very deliberately.
I see you like to stare.
Yes. Because you no longer look undead.
I do get better. I mean, you deal with some of the forces I deal with. It leaves some odd touches on you.
That doesn't look like cloning stuff. Looks rather much like your undead companions.
And yet, I wear a symbol of Clovine. He points to the Clovine holy symbol hanging on his jacket.
Does it look more like Ellen's symbol, or right? Is that the same symbol now?
Most of the world has still just used Plomine's symbol. Ellen's only really venerated in Rolla for the most part.
Okay, good to know. I see that. Still kind of creepy. You went down, you went up, and you killed the thing.
I did. It worked out in our favor.
It did. But can I trust you?
I mean, personally, I would trust you. I'm just a delightful person. But if you can't trust me, Zastrava trusts me with her life. And most people like her.
Zastrava does seem quite trustworthy. Indeed.
And do know, I would never betray this party. I've invested too much in them to see their downfall.
Well, if you do have that thing going on, and you have yet to kill, how long have you been with them?
I'd say 4 months. And we've gone through hell in 4 months. Oh God, it's all coming to me now. God,
Not a lot of time. But I suppose I'll watch you. You keep that potion for before you potentially do the weird face dead thing again.
I think my favorite part of this conversation, there's just 5 skeletons in the room around the corner staring at them.
Just grabbing stuff.
Yeah.
Crank, crank, crank. You just hear them creak, creak, creak.
I'll decide if I trust you eventually. But once again, continue to call me Winter until then.
I don't mind that, Winter. The party needs more common sense like that. I appreciate your thought process.
Good, good. Just remember, Drink the potion if you think you're going to die.
Oh, I will. I prefer not to be on the cusp of death. I prefer to study it, though, but from a distance.
She won't comment on that, but she's going to keep that in mind because she's a Way of Mercy monk. Because she also knows death.
Like, we could do me last, but we know what Cypher's doing at the end of these 2 months. He's got to go find out about his dragon statue.
Zastrava, was there any conversations you were looking towards to making sure happen in the 2 months?
I believe that Winter and I were going to go and seek out the daughter of the town.
Really?
Assuming that she's staying with the mayor and his daughter, even though they're like different in age.
I believe that was your plan, Aurelie Gravenhold. And as far as you know, yes, she is with Artemis and Sophia Therian.
Okay.
Hi, Void Kitty. Okay. Hi, Void Kitty. You're able to, you know where the mayor's house is. It's the nicest house in the area. You guys go up to it, and as you knock on the door, maid and answers and is like, "Yes, may I help you?"
Winter and I were hoping to speak to Aurelie. Is she in with Sophia today?
I can find out. She kind of comes and goes as she pleases sometimes.
That's understandable, as all young girls should.
She leaves you leaves you for a second. You guys wait for about 5 minutes. And then you see heading down the stairs, the maid and Aurelie, and she's like, "These were the ones who were looking to see you." And Aurelie sees the Strava and her face like lights up. And then she sees Winter and just kind of gets a little sullen.
Yeah, understandable.
And you can still see like the scars. The scars are probably going to be permanent.
Probably.
That's fair. I am going to like approach her and like are we really kind of like in a sitting room area, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Like a parlor?
It's the
like
kind of the foyer, and then there's the little foyer, and then there's like a little sitting room, and she just kind of sits across from you.
Yeah.
What
So
do you want the visit for?
Well, Winter and I were working through your family's estate, and we wanted to make sure that you had some things to remember your family by, because even though we might not have agreed with their ideals, I am sure they were still wonderful family to you, and they do deserve to be remembered in some way. And we were going through your father's things, and we found something that he had tucked away, and we thought it should belong to you. So I'm going to take out the letter and photo, and they're wrapped in like a nice parchment, and then in a jewelry box there is actually the wedding ring, and I put it on a nice like chain so it will be worn around her neck. So I'll pass that over to her.
She's going to take a second, look at it. Give me an insight check for both of you.
What?
Insight.
Okay.
Can I use one of my things to reroll that?
Yes, if you want to use a luck point for throughout the
Okay, not any better.
That is unfortunate.
Just so its chat knows, she rolled a 2 and then she rolled a 3. Very fitting. So, Zastrava, she's hard to read. Like, yeah, she's a little kid, but now that she's kind of like stabilizing and like being not as terrified, she's very in control of her emotions as far as you can see.
Okay.
Winter. You actually see that she does start, like, her eyes start to water.
Oh no, okay. She's gonna kind of shove Zastrava towards her and gesturing for hugs. She's also gonna wrap her tail around the child.
Okay.
Zastrava's
Hug
just
the
going
child.
to do mom things, apparently, and just like hug her, even though she doesn't really understand why. And
you
then-
start hearing her start sobbing into your hug.
Oh,
oh,
oh, Aurora did the good thing.
I'm going to like reach down into my like satchel and rummage like past the heart of Clomine until I find my old hand drum. And I'm gonna pull it out of my bag, and I'm gonna kind of like lean back out of the embrace and kind of give this like motion for like Aurelie to take it. And I'm gonna say, I know you've already started down one path, but I am sure you've heard many of the songs and the tales throughout the town, so don't be afraid to like try walking down a different path, and I'm sure you can make many happy melodies and songs and remembrances of your family and the good things and the good times. So kind of like pass the drum off to her as well.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay.
Could Aurora light some incense just to like hopefully lighten the mood a little?
Does incense really lighten the mood up?
Wait, no, it actually like never mind. Ignore that. Ignore that. She doesn't put on the incense.
I'm like, I feel like your wisdom is pretty decent.
Yeah, she wouldn't put it.
24. Nice. Your words have an impact. You're
Yay.
not quite sure of what that impact will lead. But she follows on your words as you're talking.
Oh. I'm gonna kind of like look to the mayor or and
The
just
maid?
kind of, oh no, it was the mayor's wife, wasn't it, who answered the door?
It was
No, it's a maid. Just a maid.
A maid. Oh, okay.
You haven't seen the mayor's wife.
Huh. Okay. Just kind of gonna look to them and like just nod and be like, I don't know, maybe like gesture for like some tea or something, and then just kind of hang out with Aurelie and maybe offer to like see if she wants to get Sophia and like play some games or something, like cards.
Sophia
We'll
comes.
offer her tail for comfort. It's big and fluffy.
Nice.
I thought you said kale at first, and I was really confused.
Nice. Kale. So you guys spend the evening hanging out and spending time with Aurora and Sophia. Or, yeah, Aurora, Sophia, and Aurelie.
So Aurora will like apologize because she feels so bad because apparently she did not need mercy.
Give me a persuasion check. I would say with disadvantage, but you've done a decent enough to make it so it's not disadvantage.
Well, she already still has a bad charisma. Oh, okay. Not super bad. Just in case, I'm going to put the rest of my fate points into that to make that a 13.
Okay. You want to give me an insight check along with this?
Yes. Okay.
She graciously properly accepts your apology,
Okay.
but she still doesn't like you.
That's valid.
She
Entirely
likes you
valid.
a little bit more. She's like, okay, not a complete meh, but still a meh.
Yeah.
Is kind of. As you two go to leave for the night, you're actually Aurelie and Sophie leave and go upstairs because Artemis comes down and shoos them alone. And he looks to you both. I thank you for what you did for her. And I will do my best to try and keep her from going down a dark path.
I think now that the darkness has been removed, I think she has every opportunity to find a much lighter path and to become a very good part of this town's future.
I don't disagree, depending on what she chooses. But it is hard for me to keep her with my daughter.
I do understand, but I think they could be a very good influence on one another, and we need more powerful leaders in this world, and I think that they could follow in your footsteps.
I feel like there should be a deception check with that
Tried. It's not his fault that there was like crazy stuff going on.
one.
Still 22.
Decent deception check. Okay. I'm like, you know that he's not been the most powerful leader.
No. But now that the vacuum is there, he can step into it and be everything that he should have been as mayor.
Mm-hmm.
Show them what a good leader is. Teach them, and I'm sure they'll grow into be wonderful, strong women.
I will do my best. But I don't know if once the next elections come up if I'm going to even be mayor still.
Well, there were many wonderful people upon the battlefield. I've heard many stories, and I plan to pen songs about this event, so I'm sure candidates will come out of it. Just don't let anybody vote for the Black Cat, please.
For a second, I was like, Abra, why wouldn't you vote for Abra? And then I'm like, oh, you mean Hidden Depths ain't staying here. Shh.
He has a flying ship to fly around.
But
I thank you all for what you did for this city. But if I'm no longer mayor, I will not be able to provide support for her. It'll be hard enough to support just my own child and my...
well, what is? Can I use like a I don't know, some sort of like knowledge check from my time like working in different towns to know what the annual salary of a mayor is?
History? Yeah, history check.
Trust me, I'm like, give me something here.
Maths. Do maths.
Could Aurora do history for knowing how much a child Aureli's age would need until she's old enough to do stuff on her own?
I mean, she's 14.
14's decent age.
It is. So you're with your math, what you would think For a mayor, on average, would probably be 65. About 1,000 gold a month, or not a month, a year. 1,000 gold a year.
And what's the conversion between gold and platinum?
One platinum is 100 gold.
100 gold. Okay. I am going to give him 20 platinum in 2 separate pouches. And I'm going to say, this is for your daughters, and look at him like meaningfully and say, there are very fine schools in Rula. If there are none here, this should get them at least into Rula, at least over there, hopefully, and entrance into at least a couple semesters of schooling there.
I can recommend Night Point.
Thank you
It's
for.
a fine city. Or town. It's a fine town. Gosh darn it.
I've never heard of Night Point, but I thank you for your contribution for them.
Poor in a town not known.
I mean, not a lot of. It's a whole continent in a way. It'd be like saying, do you know random sound in France?
Yeah.
That's fair.
But she's also gonna like quickly jot it down for him, like with a little seal of her own. Give it to him for your children.
Yes.
I thank you for your contribution. And that'll be he will kind of put those away. Shirku, any conversations you wanted to have during the 2 months? I know we went through a couple of things with your father already.
Yeah, beyond the father. The only other thing that I can think of, we had that conversation between Cypher and I on the halberd, but it's Ascension, I think, and how that probably go and whatnot. Probably should explain how that went.
That's up to you guys if you want to explain that or have that little RP moment.
It was a good moment. It did expose the weapon. I just don't remember all the nitty gritty bits of it.
It was something on the weapon the only way for it to fully awaken or ascend.
Oh yeah, we gotta talk about greater good.
Yep.
Yeah,
It was like, I regret to inform you, you must do a selfish act to awaken the weapon and purify it of its taint. And then Shirku was like, I fought to save a city. And I'm like, yes, but you wanted to save the city. Like, you went in knowing we were gonna do this. Got even more like, oh, I'm gonna save this random homeless kid because I expect no reward for saving him. And he's like, well, we saved my father. And I'm like, well, yeah, he was your father. That's not truly selfish.
Hercules.
Pick up. Go find your Meg.
Yeah, there was something else on. There was other ways to open it up, like devote yourself to the Mirrored Man, Asger, or
I don't think Cypher actually told you about accepting a deal.
oh
If
yeah,
he wants to
no,
now.
he didn't.
I did tell you the other part, you do have to accept flow meat in your life. And I informed you that's an unfortunate thing.
Yeah, and I went, yeah, that's not likely to happen.
I said, like, you don't have to worship her. You can do what I'm doing, where you're like, you acknowledge her, but you're like, eh.
True. Beyond that, from that conversation, I can only imagine that during the training with the soldiers, that we could give examples on a sparring session between Aurora, Asger, and Shirku, or just one of the two.
You could have done both, like you and
Yeah, both. Yeah.
Asger first, then him and Aurora.
Even assign teams for different teamwork projects for the group, have all the groups.
Okay.
Beyond that, I can't really think of all too much. Shirku doesn't really talk all too often unless it's something important.
No problem with that. So, Cypher. It's about been 2 months now. You're expecting Hidden Depths to come back any day now.
I mean, that is something, but that's not my main concern after 2 months.
Yeah, you haven't actually had any contact at all with Jin Bulong.
I will be going to Jin Bulong.
As you come in, hello, welcome. Oh, hi.
I've come for my statue.
Yes, about your statue. It seems that the materials were a little more expensive after recent events.
How much more expensive we talking?
Another 800 gold.
Let me see the statue.
He pulls it out and it looks marvelous. Like, as you're looking at it, very fine details work. It was diamond. What did you end up doing for the eyes? Diamonds?
Yes.
Diamonds.
The diamonds are perfectly cut as smaller little diamonds. It just looks gorgeous and mind you, not a lot of people know what dragons look like. But it actually looks like a dragon. Because you've seen a dragon.
We have, unfortunately. Cypher's got to look at it and pull out a platinum piece. You've done excellent work. You keep the change.
He keeps the dragon. That is 100 of the value.
Oh shit, I forgot. I thought it was 1,000. My conversion was wrong.
And if it's 800 extra, I can't loan you 800 more gold.
I mean, he has plenty of platinum now.
Oh yeah.
That's all my platinum. I need gold to do spell transferring.
I could loan you the 100 extra gold plus the 3 extra platinum.
Aurora can just pass him 8 gold or 8 platinum, or no,
I will
7
give
platinum.
him my 8 platinum, and if I need gold, I will bum off the party.
Thank you. Here you are.
Easy. Oh no, actually, I do have 1 platinum left. 'Cause I had 9.
Have a marvelous rest of your day. Thank you. And he quickly puts that away and
Bless you.
Insight.
And I guess before the event, Cypher will probably test the spell on the outskirts of town.
Oh, now Shirky would be curious. He wants to see this.
I don't know if Cypher does it in front of people or not.
I probably wouldn't do it in front of people, because this is the last time he created a new undead and created an Asker hating skeleton who is still out there to this day somewhere.
It's true. So yeah, it goes off. The flame's still not there. Roll a concentration check, as this is the first time you're doing a spell.
Let's see, what is concentration? Is it just a D20?
It should be it's a constitution save.
Oh yeah, duh.
Yeah.
Oh, 13.
Okay. It goes off flawlessly.
All right. That'll be it for that scene. We'll go into more detail when we actually use the spell for purposes.
Yep.
When the rest of the party can see it.
Yep. I'm just happy that someone's a lot richer now.
Oh, Cypher would have had his 5 skeletons with him. If this spell didn't work, he would have a new 6th skeleton with him.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Okay. With that said, after 60 days of waiting, the season's starting to change, getting into fall. Because I think we were in summer. I need to probably write that. Yes. Getting into fall, though. You guys do see, on the dawn of the day, a ship flying in the air. With at the top of it, you see a flame being held by some sort of constructed material that you're not quite sure of. As it gets closer and it just sinks lower, everyone's this village city's already aware of it because, I mean, it was obviously in plain sight throughout the attack. But now everyone's having a chance to sit and watch it, as there are some guards that are defending the side, because you guys have been repelling demon attack, like not demon attacks necessarily, but monster attacks throughout the 2 months. The guard militia is now at the point that they can actually do it without having a hero along with them now. Hidden Depths' ship, you watch as it just circles around and falls, it gets closer, so basically it's floating parallel to the tower. And you watch as someone up at the top of the crow's nest moves their hands, and you just watch as the flame moves from the top of the ship and just floats over and lands on the flame on the top of the tower, and then whatever is holding it just shatters, and then, kind of like Cypher not too long ago, bursts into flames and disintegrates down. And there, in the center of Whitherthorn, is a flame again.
New flame has been born. That's not correct.
And then you watch as the ship floats around, goes lower, and then parks in the middle of the river. The crowd erupts and cheers, happy that they're now a little bit safer. Just a little bit. As Hidden Depths strolls happily with a big smile on his face off of his ship into town, accepting the cheers along with his crew. Evelyn kind of in the back following them, and she just kind of immediately heads off into the crowd, just getting out of the limelight.
What an introvert.
So, Cypher, do you want to touch this one to make sure it's not evil?
It's funny. I'm
We
good.
don't need more skeletons with free will.
Hidden Depths seeing you all over here. Ah, my friends, it is done. We have gathered the flame for you.
Yes, and you did great.
Wonderful.
What a fantastic job once again. Doesn't it feel good to do an honest day's work?
It feels good to not be in any more debts. Now, it has been a wonder to see you all. But me and my crew and I, we have places to be.
We also have places to be. If you're looking for coin.
Oh, poor Red.
It has been a long time since my crew has done some honest work. The cost of the coin required would be a little more drastic than last time.
Well, that is fair. I'm gonna look to Cypher. Were we still thinking about heading to Rolla now that the town
Yes.
has been better?
But we don't need a flying ship. I'm making preparations for us to travel. I just
Wow.
need to set up a few things and we'll be good.
Don't we have Roa's coffers though? After all, Esker keeps inviting people to take from there.
What? Oh, then I'll nod to Hidden Depths and be like, well then, until we meet again on Stranger Tides.
I thank you. Be careful of what ship you fly. The seas will be dangerous for the next while.
Oh, I'm certain they will be, but, well, please stay away from my brother's vessels.
Yeah. As long as he stays away from me, we'll be fine.
Let's hope so. Let's hope so.
And with the launch of the flame, Whitherthorn has a great feast for the night, happy to finally be able to sleep peacefully. And the dawn of the morning comes. As you all gather together, Asker saying her normal morning prayers as normal.
And we're going out one or the other again.
Cypher,
Yes.
what is your plans for travel?
Cypher will start on the ground just drawing out a teleportations diagram.
And I guess I should ask, did anyone else have any other conversations they wanted to have with any of the NPCs of the ship and or Evelyn before leaving?
Yes, I wanted to actually thank Evelyn for returning with the flame rather so quickly.
It was no problem, Shirku. Just be safe. And don't bring any more creatures here, please.
I try not to bring anyone. I can't say anything for the others.
Huh. I've known you since, well, what feels like forever, but has only been a few months. Trouble follows you. All.
Trouble has always followed me since...
That's an understatement.
Trouble has always followed me. I've gotten used to dealing it with myself. But yes, I can have to agree. For such a short amount of time, we've been fighting constantly.
I'm glad that you've had at least these last 2 months to not be... It seems like everyone's trained up a bit and the city is in much better spirits.
And better defended as well.
Well, wherever your travels take you, may Ellen watch over you.
And hopefully this village as well. Or, sorry, city. And after that, Shirku is going to go find his father to ask, so what are you going to do now?
I believe I'm going to stay here in Whitherthorn for now. While their archers are a little bit better than they were, there's still much to teach them. They'll need someone with a good shot to keep them on course.
Very well. And hopefully the spearmen will at least understand tunnel fighting a bit more to help defend those archers.
I believe that is the hope. But it should help now that we have the flame.
Well, until next time. And I'm glad we finally met.
I'm glad too, little Shirku. He gives you a big hug.
Yeah, I was about to say, Shirku's gonna also return that big old hug.
And like, as I say big hug, he does lift you up as that he's taller. Take away any of your height advantage.
No, my God.
Or not height advantage in your strength, because you just don't have any footing. And then, as he's hugging you, stay safe. Fly true.
I'll do what I can. But seeing what happening for the past number of months, trouble might be more present wherever this party seems to go.
Well, if trouble's present, end it quickly.
I always try to do just that.
Yes, Aurora?
Did Aurora say goodbye to Krilga as well?
Okay. As you see, you actually come up and walk in on them as Krilga still has Shirku like lifted up in a bear hug.
She'll approve of the affection.
And as he sets him down and they have that little last comment, he's like, I hear the padded feet of a little one coming for you, Shirku.
For you.
Yes.
Krilga, say goodbye.
Ah. It's been a pleasure working with you, Lightfoot.
I enjoyed all of our time together. 'Twas fun.
It was. Now make sure that as you go through, keep them all safe.
I'll do my best.
Based on that, I take it you're joining us then, Aurora?
Yes. There's
Oh.
Angel. But I will come back because my mission is here to get rid of all of the undead and demons. But I would like to keep Kurga's son safe.
I appreciate it.
Well, that shouldn't be a problem because eventually I'm going to be coming back here as well.
We'll keep Whitherthorn as strong as it is, and we'll even make it stronger while you're gone.
Good. We'll need a place to return to for when we start removing the demons on this land. And Aurora, thank you for helping my father find his way.
He helped me as well.
Good to hear. And with that, Shirku is going to give her a pat on the shoulder or handshake, whichever she prefers, before heading back to the group in the, I guess, tavern or bookshop, probably, to find Cypher to see what he has planned for his spell to get him all the way out to Roa.
Did anyone else have any conversations that they wanted to have with the Hidden Depths, Evelyn or Krilga? No? Okay. So, as you all gather on the morning after the... I keep wanting, like, my name is... Me and names. Not doing well today.
Hey, I can't blame you. I don't do names very well either.
I believe it's the Secret Abyss, but...
Darn, it's almost been 2 hours. That's before
Oh,
nothing.
yes, it is the secret of it. I know.
Okay.
Yeah, hit it. The secret of it.
Okay, I was like 99% sure it was, but I was like, So as you watch, as you guys are all gathering, the Secret Abyss is already starting to fly away over into the ocean. And you watch as Cypher's making circles on the ground. Cypher, which circle are you making?
The one to the tower.
One to the tower. Okay.
So, where are we heading to, Cypher?
To my master's tower. With all the knowledge we've found out, everything we know about Rolla, Man of Mirrors, I feel there might be secrets that can help us there.
And we might be able to find more than just secrets.
You're not wrong.
As he says that, he actually ends up getting to the end of the last notes. Have you all hit long rest on your thing?
We can.
Yes, please. Before
yeah,
he
I
spends
forget
his
you-
5th level spell slot.
I forgot you added that. Where is that?
With that being said, Cypher finishes the teleportation circle. Finishes his incantations. And you watch as a portal appears in the middle of the circle. Cypher, did you explain to them what they had to do as the portal appeared?
I would assume I did, but I guess I didn't RP it.
That's fine. Yes, I was just making sure. So as he says, he finishes it, and you all watch as the portal appears. Because it is the portal, right? And then whoever enters the portal within 6 seconds? Okay.
Yep.
You all hop in it real quickly. Who's first to hop in?
Probably not Shirku, as he's gonna just say goodbye to Evelyn real quick before hopping in.
Evelyn is not there right now at the moment.
Okay. Then never mind, yeah, he's just gonna hop in.
Okay. Shirku, as you're the first to enter, and it's short order quickly, like Asker's right behind you, then Aurora, then Zastrava, then Cypher, because he had to finish casting the spell. You're caught immediately with a stench, a bloody, odorous stench, and your eyes have to take a second to adjust as you see a dark cave with a circle drawn on it beneath you, and some lights lighting the way to a hallway, where in the middle of the hallway is just a little grove of thing that's curved out with some red liquid, thick looking liquid just flowing down the middle of it. And then shortly after, everyone else joins you real quickly. Cypher, as you look around, this is not your master's tower.
Where
You don't know where this is.
does the smell seem familiar to blood?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it appears mistakes were made. Should have really tested that spell on a skeleton.
As you kind of say that and you look down, and Cypher, you're able to see it. The teleportation circle is made with blood. And it looks to be like dried and like heated to the point where it's basically just become paint.
So,
Hmm.
let me get this straight. If you accidentally mess up on whatever spell you just said, you can send us to a different circle that someone else made.
Well, I know one other location, but I don't know where that location will take us.
Where the heck are we?
This should be Rolla under my master's tower, but no, I'm sorry, this should be Rolla at the master's tower, but I don't recall the blood cave. I feel I would remember the blood cave.
Do you at all recognize what that blood circle is?
The blood circle, you know, as you're looking at it, it says that is the same teleportation circle that your book says is your master's tower.
The ruins? This should be the tower. I say we explore. Maybe something's gone wrong. I mean, it has not been maintained for 8 years. I don't imagine.
Or something's interrupted the spell and caught us mid-transport. Okay.
No, these are the correct ruins. If someone caught us, we wouldn't be seeing these ruins on the ground.
All right. And with that, Shirka is going to travel forth first, I suppose, since, well, he's tank. And we don't currently have an editor with us.
Aurora will follow after
Quick things.
because she's also kind of tank.
Zastrava, you do get 6 fate points. Cypher, you do get 4 fate points for making a beautiful portal to only good things.
Yay!
Only good.
Bloody
Very
things.
Good bloody things. Oh wait, bloody good things. That would make more sense.
And so are you guys going forward?
Oh,
Yeah, going forward, scanning around, and probably plugging his nose.
As you walk forward, and you do see that the stone beneath you kind of turns into a white marble that's been polished. And again, just has that nice little line of blood. And the lights on the side are glowing with an eerie, like, it looks like fire. But the arcane in you can instantly see that is not a normal fire.
Can I do an Arcana check on the room we're in?
Yes.
Why can't I never roll high? Like, is that so much to ask?
It's a modified form of dancing lights. Lighting up the sides. Like where the torches are, it's basically a dancing light that's been made to look like a flame.
This isn't. Do I recognize this as my master's magic?
With that Arcana check, no.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's someone...
If you cast some spells, maybe.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I forgot. I always forget. Detect magic.
Okay. Are you going to use Identify as well, or just Detect Magic?
Just detect for now.
It is whatever spell Dancing Lights is, just been modified slightly. And if you want to give me another Arcana check.
Come on, dice. Be good. Can I just spend my 4 fate points to make that a 17?
Yes, you can.
Easy come, easy go.
It is your master's magic, but it's a different, like your master, if I remember correctly. Oh, give me a second. 6. You got 6 fate points, by the way, Cypher.
Yay, I could use them on my next Arcana check.
Like your master's magic, you can sense like a little bit of it, but it just seems darker than you remember. Like as far as you knew, your master doesn't do anything dark of the magic natures of the sort. He was an honorable, reputable transmuter.
Yeah.
Huh. It's got lingering traces of my master, but he never used this type of magic. We need to explore this area. Something's up.
You think someone's taken over the tower and made changes?
Oh no.
If they got in and I wasn't in, I'll kill them. There shouldn't have been a way in. Only I have the way in.
Didn't a certain someone also comment? Didn't certain someone made deal earlier with the mirrored man like 2 months ago for?
He also mentioned he didn't need the tower anymore. I feel he has greater plans at work than what this tower would offer.
Yeah, that's or he knew something was off with his tower.
And everything you can see right now, Cypher, you can actually see. As you're looking forward, you see that there's 2 different branches of hallways that you can go through, or you can continue going straight. There's a couple of pillars right in the middle of...
I'm going to move to the intersection.
As you look there, you see on the left side and right side just pools of blood that are... It seems like those seem to be the source of the blood that's flowing down through the middle. At least partially the source. But this is a lot of blood.
Which direction do you think we should head down?
It looks like the sides are supplying the blood for whatever magic is going on here. I say we head down to the split.
The split? Alright.
As you head further down... Okay. I'm assuming Detect Magic is still up.
Yeah.
It lasts 10 minutes, I think.
You watch as it splits off and goes off, and it doesn't really... If you want to give me a intelligence check to try and see the flow, as you're now seeing more parts of it.
Woo!
Nice! It's actually it seems to be going in a... Each of the different parts, it seems like it has almost 2 lanes, where where blood is just going and circulating, almost like a beating heart. How it circulates throughout the entire body.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. And this almost reminds me of a vein network.
This is a very complex... I would almost say this is almost a living creature. It's got blood and magic in it.
Are you thinking this tower of yours is alive?
I don't know. I don't know if we're even in the tower. I would recall a giant blood room where I grew up.
No. Did your master ever let you down?
You know what? Cypher is going to touch one of the walls and cast Identify. Because it seems like this is a ritual.
Just like this wall?
Yeah.
There's some magic on it, just something keeping basically preventing it from decay, preventing the wall from decay. The exact spell, not quite sure of. I'm assuming you're stepping over the things of
Yeah.
not
He's kind of learned his lesson touching weird things.
good to know.
And Shirku's just staying with Cypher to, well, in case they get attacked, and Cypher doesn't have any protection.
And Aurora's staying with Zestrava to make sure.
Shirku, we need to head deeper.
Oops.
Alright, I'll be following you since this is your
I'm
tower.
gonna stop at this intersection. Apparently see a giant statue.
Yeah. Well, okay, you see a couple of things. As you get to that intersection, you see a giant dwarven statue with a golden beard. You're like looking at, that's your master. 100% that looks like a giant version of your master. His wrists are the golden statue's wrists are cut open, and you actually see blood flowing down one side. And on the other side that it's cut, you see blood flowing up to it. And just kind of this perpetual flow. Your detect magic does go off on a couple of things. So one, it goes off on the statue. The statue's magic is blood magic.
Oh no.
It goes off on these. Looks like you can. These two little. Oop, pull off this. Yeah, bro.
No.
Hey, kitty. Listen, easier.
Kitty wants attention.
She does. Those two circles seem to be some sort of ritual spell. Like, it seems like there's a spell that was in progress that seems to have been disrupted. Without an Arcana or Identify check, that's about... Excuse me.
Outdoor Arcana, that's interesting. Hey, 17 for once. It's not terrible for my Arcana rolls.
Nice. Let me pull open the spell so I can fully get it. It is a necromancy spell of the 8th level.
Oh.
It's what you might call clone. And it's been disrupted somehow. Someone disrupted it.
Cypher's gonna definitely like head further into the room once he realizes the type of magic that's going on here.
As you head closer, and looks like okay. And this is a little bit higher up. You're just able to sense it because of the magic emanating off of it. I don't like that they didn't do that. Good to know. This stairs goes up 5 feet. This stair goes up another 5 feet. So it's like 10 feet into the air. Are you heading up there?
Yes, I need to see what happened here.
So as you come up,
They'll probably, yep.
There's actually, you see now, it looks like there was some sort of cover for this part that seems to have been broken and split in two and is just laying off to the side. As you look at it, looks like some major sword strike had hit it.
How big is it?
Large creature size wise, like it looks like the cover thing that's been split in two would just cover this.
I have a very bad feeling about all this.
This type of magic never looks good, Shirku. Now the blood is a little concerning. I don't know where all the blood came from, but this was a spell to bring someone back, and it was interrupted.
But by who? That's what
master.
I'm worried about.
Who else would have a giant gold statue? The person who's going to resurrect.
No, I meant the sword. Who interrupted the spell?
Oh, yeah, that's my concern too now. And he'll not go in, but he's. So this has been damaged.
Yep.
Can I cast mending on it?
Can you give me mending? And can you, everyone give me perception checks?
Yeah. Mending will repair something, but it won't restore magical properties.
Yeah, Shirku is keeping an eye out and being paranoid now because he knows there's others in here due to that disruption. Or could be others.
I will forego my perception because he is kind of completely enwrapped in his past.
It is longer than a foot in any direction.
Damn.
Guess he doesn't notice anything.
Aurora, you hear two, like, pairs of boom, boom, boom.
From which direction?
One pair from here, one pair from here.
Oh. She's going to look at Zastrava and say, "We gotta find the other two. Right now.
Okay.
Or we might be cut off from them."
So we're just gonna start booking it this way towards them.
Hopefully. Oh god.
That's not good.
And with that, as you see these two bloody giant creatures just...
Oh no.
What are those things?
Aurora, you will be able to act next turn on the surprise round. Everyone else, well, it's going to be a surprise round.
Wait, what?
And with that, we're going to end tonight's session. Sorry for the shorter session, y'all, but I feel like after the long one last time, I'm like, it's a good time to end it today.
Yeah.
Darn it, Esger didn't make it.
No, she did not. That's fine.
What are those things?
You'll find that's for finding out next time.
They look spooky, that's for sure.
They look alien.
They're gonna be blood-based. I get that feeling.
Yeah.
Have a great rest of your guys' night.